What made you realize that most people aren't very smart? I was once sitting on a subway in Washington, and the guy in front of me, who was probably in his late 20s, was on the phone. He was one of those people who talks on speaker in public places, so I could hear the whole conversation. The person on the phone with him was clearly a scammer. They had an accent I couldn't place and were asking for personal information. I heard the scammer say they were a representative from Google, and there was a security risk with his Google Wallet. To fix the issue, they asked him to verify his identity with his credit card number and security code. At this point, I expected the guy to hang up and go about his day, but instead he looked worried and said, "It's those darn idiots at the bar again," before pulling out his card. I looked up, and just before he started speaking to the scammer, I said, "Hey, dude, that's a scam. Just hang up." He looked right at me and said, "Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Someone might get my credit card information if I don't do this." In pure amazement, I sat back down and let him proceed. He continued to read his credit card number and security code to the scammer on speaker in a crowded subway. When he was finally done, the scammer thanked him for his cooperation and hung up. No joke. The person right next to him said, "Wow, man, that could have been bad. Good thing you verified your credit, huh?" I just sat there in pure dumbfounded amazement for the rest of the ride while the guy sat across from me thinking nothing of it.